joining us now on the broadcast. We have with us Yana Mir. She is the editor-in-chief of the Real Kashmir News. We also have with us Major General A.K. Sivaj, global strategic and defense expert. Major Muhammad Ali Shah also joins us. He's a defense expert. Also on the broadcast with us, Savio Rodriguez, founder and editor-in-chief of the Goa Chronicle. Major Shah, then what also needs to be highlighted is the role of Pakistan, because whenever there's some sense of normalcy that comes in the valley, there is of course Pakistan which plays all these dirty games. So in terms of that, what can be read into the role of Pakistan?
Gauri, very good question by you. You know, I firstly begin by saying that of course we all know that Kashmir right now is hot, and a narrative is trying to be built upon through Pakistan, through a Kashmiris, that not all is well in Kashmir, especially after the application of Article 370 and 35 Alpha, that things have gone back and they are worse. But that's not the case. Actually, if you take all the statistics, the amount of incidents have gone down. It is just about perception now. Now, I quote the Inspector General of Police of the Kashmir Valley, Mr. Vijay Kumar. He said that 13 terrorists have been killed in 9 encounters since Monday, and they have neutralized 3 out of 5 terrorists of Srinagar, and within 24 hours. So very, very good thing. But as Savio rightly said earlier, you know, it's like Hydra. You kill one head, 10 heads will be born thereafter. So what we must actually focus on doing, as you rightly said, Gauri, just neutralize the ideology. Finish it off completely from the grassroots level. And how does it happen? The root cause comes from Pakistan. By education first and creating employment. Education does not mean that you finish 12th or your graduation. No, it means spreading awareness and telling the local youth over there in Kashmir that see, Pakistanis will find a way of coming across, radicalizing you, brainwashing you, and taking you across and giving you training. So be wary of that. If you ever suspect anything happening in your class, on your friends, in your friend circle, report it immediately. So now, by ensuring that the locals over there have weapons in their hands, it is our responsibility, every single citizen, not the security forces only, to ensure that they have laptops, pens, books, and they are well equipped to face life, not through weapons, but by means of livelihood. Now, when attacks on locals who are non-locals, like, you know, people from Bihar, on UP, from vendors, carpenters, and when that is taking place, it's a very, very unfortunate and sad thing. And it is the responsibility of every single Kashmiri who's there to safeguard them, to protect them. Because as General Sivaj rightly said, because once the Kashmiri Pandits leave from Kashmir, it will be very, very difficult to get them back. And I would say they are the charm of Kashmir. When I say Kashmiris, I say the Kashmiri Dogras, the Kashmiri Pandits, the Kashmiri Muslims, everyone put together, they all comprise of Kashmir. Now, Kashmir is the most sought after tourist destination in the world, actually. And we all love Kashmir. But love doesn't happen one way. It happens both the sides. So when the locals over there, they are supporting the armed forces now slowly and gradually through Ops Bhavna. That's the good work that the army is doing, where they actually try to win the hearts and minds of the local civilians in Kashmir. Now, when they come on our side, it always helps us in a lot of ways. One is intelligence gathering. If we have, like, I'll give us one example, Gauri. When I was there in 2003, 2005, we were fighting counterinsurgency operations. Now, we were as young people, in our early 20s, as young lieutenants, we were bloodthirsty. But now, if we go, it'll amount to jungle bashing. When we operate on hard intelligence, when we cultivate our sources, and when they tell us exactly, specifically, and intelligence has to be reacted pinpoint. And as Yana earlier said, you know, when the DGP comes for a couple of years and he gets posted out. So instead of actually solving the issue there, he concentrates on something else. He gets diverted. Well, but we should always consider those points and think of a strategy where we can actually block Pakistan the way we block promo call on WhatsApp or phone call. We should block Pakistan completely from coming into India, picking up our youth and radicalizing them, Gauri.
All right, okay, understood. Fair points, Major Shah.
For all the good intentions that Mr. Shah just said. So I think our cyber security needs to be strengthened a lot.
Major Shah wanted to come in a bit earlier, then we discuss solutions. Major Shah.
Right. I totally agree with Savio, and I agree with Yana to a certain extent. But then, what Yana was talking about was, she was not talking about the educated ones, the literate ones. Now, there's a difference between education and literacy. So, which I clarified earlier, being educated does not mean you're a graduate or a PhD, because we have even PhDs who are part of militant groups. Being educated means spreading awareness, telling people that, guys, be aware. I'll quote us for example. In the year 2015, when the Kashmiri floods had taken place, that time my colleagues from the army had saved a gentleman and his family. And that gentleman was none other than Ahmad Shah Gilani, who recently passed away. And he was shamelessly wrapped in a Pakistani flag. Now, if he had those kind of sentiments, then he should have been refused. He should have refused not to be evacuated and be saved by the Indian Army. Why did he agree in the first place to get saved? When it came to a matter of life and death, that time the Indian Army played on their lives and saved someone like Ahmad Shah Gilani. And that's how they repay us. But now the ideology has to be neutralized. And yes, I would say most of it actually comes from Pakistan, because they're on the border and they have been eyeing Kashmir for a while. And Pakistan is totally incorrigible. I don't think even the international community has been able to actually solve the issue with Pakistan, who specialize in IT, not information technology definitely, but international terrorism. Now, right now, at this point of time, when Pakistan itself be battling with so many things, I think the right time when there is a rift between General Bajwa and Imran Khan and Pakistan, of course, they are in trouble. So right now, actually, we can, because this narrative of the militants that, that militancy is building up, this is the right time. October has seen a spate of Kashmir actually on a boil as compared to the earlier times after abrogation of Article 370.
That's correct.
Okay, all right. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have on the broadcast. I'd like to thank all panelists for joining us on this broadcast.